What is up guys, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian, and in today's video guys, I'm delighted to let you know that my existence has caused some discourse on Twitter. And I went a little bit viral, which is super surprising to me considering that I thought I was completely irrelevant. A Twitter user by the name of NZ Bolton has posted this right here, a screenshot of my recent video in which I talk about my process of moving from Russia to Europe. Great video with a ton of footage by the way, check it out. And this person tweeted this right here saying, "Full story, we need a visa ban for all Russians across the world." This post got almost 3 million views, and essentially this guy got ratioed. Like this guy here saying, what did bro do? He literally escaped Russia so he wouldn't have to slaughter Ukrainians. 55,000 likes. Or for example, we have this meme right here saying, I escaped from my authoritarian governments, rarely see my family, expose propaganda from my country, and I stand with peace. And then of course, crying wall jack, classic, you are a liar, there's no good Russian, you should suffer. 6,000 likes. I mean, essentially I don't really usually use Twitter, but somebody sent me these tweets and I was actually amazed at the amount of engagements the people who defended me got on Twitter. So apparently guys, I'm kind of a controversial topic. Now guys, here's the thing. One thing that I'm really not gonna do in this video is defend Russians and defend myself from like anti-Russian hate, because honestly, at this point I feel like we're past that point. I simply accepted that I have to live with the fact that some people just really don't like Russians. There are real reasons why this hate exists, and I'm not the one to fix it, and really what's been done cannot be undone. I would say guys, honestly, at the start of the war, especially right after I left Russia in March of 2022, yes, a lot of the times I really wanted to defend myself because, I'm just gonna say it, I felt absolutely zero responsibility for Russia's invasion in Ukraine because I've been a hater of the Russian government for years now, I've participated in protests, I've been publicly outspoken against the government for years online, plus I just left the country, so I honestly was simply mad like a child. Why people are still mad at me for being a Russian even though I've done all these things. But now I've just come to accept it. However, once again, the fact that these tweets criticizing this guy's statement about me are getting this much engagement, the fact that people even care in the first place and even care to defend me, really surprised me. Now this guy right here who made the original tweets, essentially he's kind of a professional hater of mine. I just opened his account, he's tweeting about me. This guy's name here is Mykola Baltenka, which may sound like a Ukrainian name because it is. However, the interesting thing about this guy is that he's actually a British guy from London. It specifically states here that he's not Ukrainian. He has Bolton in his name, so I'm assuming his name is like Nick Bolton. So he turned his name into a Ukrainian name. Essentially, we got a Westerner who thinks he's Ukrainian. Because when your country is a Tory capitalist hellhole that has also colonized half of the world and pillaged the entirety of Africa before and shit, being British kinda sucks, I get it, so you gotta come up with a new identity. It's a lot like, you know, those Z Westerners that you get in Russia. Except if you ended up on the other side of the border, he'd be Nikolai Boltin. Ну или можно просто Bolt. And just like Z people, this guy spends his day spreading hate speech online. Here's another one, oh dear lord why, hashtag ban Russian visas, again my video here about me getting my European visa. Another screenshot of my video here saying can we ban him from the rest of Europe too, not just him but all Russians. Poor Russian sub-story summarized, the sanctions are working. And another screenshot of my video saying, I'm sorry, is there anybody out there who gives a fuck? I mean, clearly you do, because you tweet about me like every single fucking day. So yes, this man is obsessed with me and I decided to react to his tweets because, well, he's British. So I can actually go in on his hateful tweets because he's not Ukrainian. Because I actually believe that Ukrainians are the nation in the world that has the biggest right now to hate on Russians, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I support it, but I understand it, especially when you're getting bombs every single fucking day. And this is a point of view that I've voiced before. I don't even want to argue in this video or try to change anybody's minds, because Twitter, now known as Z, because it's ran by Elon Musk, it does not represent the opinion of the average person at all. Pretty much most of the discourse that happens on Twitter is absolutely terminally online, has no relation to real life. And on Twitter you can find the most insane takes from all sides of every conflict. So this video is just more of a take a look at this crap kind of video. So once again, here we are on the original tweet about visa ban. Essentially, if you take a look into the replies, you know, he's getting cooked. He's a nice man, stop with the xenophobia, thank you so much. Ratioed, by the way. Collective punishment for civilians is bad, actually. He committed the unforgivable act of being born in a country I don't like. And then this one right here, which I already showed you guys, right? So the epic soy jack meme. And the thing is, guys, of course, I'm showing you replies that were sort of positive about me. However, of course, a lot of people are shitting on me too. Specifically, a lot of Ukrainians, and instead of reading a bunch of comments, I actually want to show you this one, which is essentially a remake of that soy jack meme. I got uncomfortable with sanctions, and now I travel while selling Russian apologia at sub stories. And then Soy Jack, you are so brave and a true good Russian. Russians have it really hard because of this war they started. And here's the thing, guys, I completely understand this point of view. I understand that to a lot of people, especially Ukrainians who are people that deal with Russia's bullshit every single day, they don't want to hear a single sub story from a Russian. Honestly, I understand why some Ukrainians might be mad at me because I'm a sort of internet famous Russian who speaks about the issues that Russians face. Specifically issues that anti-war Russians face who have to leave Russia. To Ukrainian people, obviously, their suffering is way more important, and I once again have always stressed in my videos that I believe that whatever I have to go through is nothing compared to what Ukrainians have to go through. And yes, because there's a war going on and because people are dying, to a lot of these people I am extremely annoying. A lot of Ukrainians feel like the media in the West, and the West in general, has started paying less attention to what Russia does in Ukraine. There was that long road to getting the latest aid package from America and everything. I understand that Ukrainians might feel like they're overshadowed, and I honestly believe that they see me as a person who robs them of that attention, as somebody that is talking about the issues that Russians face, who is also liked by Westerners, because most of my subscribers and fans are Westerners. I believe that a lot of these people see me as a sort of a soft power Russian propagandist who's like promoting, this talk about all these, good Russians and how Russians are actually normal, regular people, but we all know that they're actually all genocidal monsters, you know what I'm saying? He's spreading the good Russian myth among Westerners by being a Russian person who makes content on YouTube and being likable and being liked. I definitely do not agree that I spread Russian apologia, though. I do not defend the Russian governments and their actions, and perhaps the only way in which I am spreading Russian apologia is by not setting myself on fire and making statements saying that Russians are subhuman orcs who have no feelings, that are not human beings. But I just really can't do that, guys, because I am a Russian, and it just wouldn't be really logical. But just the fact that I'm this likable Russian who also talks about these Russian experiences like sanctions or visa issues or whatever, which are definitely less terrible issues compared to what Ukrainians have to go through. Just the fact that I talk about these things already annoys people, but my intention with this content is never to try to steal away attention or sort of pull the blanket away from the Ukrainian suffering. But once again, guys, my whole point is, you can hate me, but that will not remove my support for you. You guys can share me, make a circle around me and throw rocks at me or some shit. I'm still gonna be on your side because I would much rather be on your side than on the side of Vladimir Putin. And once again, I simply just talk about my own life experience. It is also part of history, and it is also something that people want to hear about, especially when they have a Russian, this mysterious creature from the fucking woods of Siberia that is actually able to speak English to them. Even if you do not like it, and even if you do consider all of this, worthless Russian sub stories, regardless, there still are people out there who really want to hear about that experience. My target audience is definitely not Ukrainians, because to them, the things I say are simply not enough, because at the end of the day, there still are things I would not say, or would not publicly do out of fear for my own security. So that is essentially out of the way, but also, my videos are not even made for Russians either. For Russians, my channel is actually just kind of boring, because I kind of talk about either things that everybody already knows, and I explain them to Westerners, or I'm not exactly the most breaking news guy who makes videos quickly, and I do not want to be considered a hero, a good Russian, or good anything. I don't care about any kind of label. I'm just trying to be a decent person. I'm not trying to do any harm to anybody. I'm trying to make it out the hood, and I'm just trying to fucking grind this shit out. And I'm trying to make something out of nothing. He escaped Russia. A month ago, the same Russians who escaped to Germany killed a family of Ukrainian refugees. Yesterday, Russian killed 2 disabled Ukrainian soldiers who were on rehabilitation in Germany. And I'm related to that. How exactly? I mean, at this point, guys, I don't even know how to discuss this. Like, what are you talking about? Me, as a Russian person who's been, publicly outspoken against the Putin regime for years and years, and who's, been publicly anti-Z, I am being compared to people that are killing Ukrainian refugees and soldiers in Europe. Like, I would go on a fucking hate crime, murder spree, and I, no fucking Zbangis, Russian YouTuber who fucking has 1 million subscribers and talks about Russian propaganda fucking daily, and who shits on the Russian government daily, I will go out there and fucking do these things. Anyways, guys, interesting stuff. I just wanted to show you this and give you guys a little bit of an inside look at what is happening on the beautiful website of Twitter, now also known as Z. Great website, great website. I'm just really happy that I do not use Twitter and that I do not have a Twitter, because honestly, I don't know how I would be able to act. I think I would have definitely probably gone insane by now if this is not insane already. And honestly, guys, the last time I've had Twitter was like 2019 or something. Ever since then, since I've not had Twitter, my quality of life has improved so much. It's great to feel like you're not being judged by anybody, like a regular normal fucking person. And just ignore it. Because if you ignore it, that means that the people who don't like you don't exist, right? Anyway, guys, I choose to continue not using Twitter, which I also advise you guys do, especially because Elon Musk owns the website. And honestly, guys, if you're a Ukraine supporter and you're still on Z.com, owned by Elon Musk, you know, famous sort of Russia sympathizer, right? You know, honestly, I gotta worry about your commitment to the cause. I'm flipping it on you now. Now you guys are not good enough as Ukraine supporters. How about that? Anyway, that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, then please make sure to slap that like on it. Let's have a little discussion down in the comments, just in general about, you know, the state of Twitter. Давайте обсудим уровень дискурса в Восточной Европе. And yeah, guys, I guess that is going to be pretty much it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.